Hi there, I'm two-time Emmy winner Vincent De Paul, and I'm very happy to be here in Seattle, Washington. I grew up mostly in Baltimore, Maryland, and also in Miami Beach, Florida. And the hair loss that I've been experiencing, I guess, has just been coming with time. I use a lot of great shampoos, a lot of great conditioners, but even with that, as we get older, we tend to lose some of our volume in our hair. I've modeled for, I guess, 3 decades, and it's very important that the way you're able to be groomed on set is aligned with the campaign or the designer's view. So for example, the usage of men's styling and men's grooming is that if you come in with a wavy hair, they may want to have your hair straighter, so they would have to process the hair to make it look straighter. If you have darker hair, they may want to put highlights in it. So it's very important the way you look, because ultimately you're the ideal of that campaign. So it's very important to have healthy looking hair, healthy looking skin, and generally being in shape. So I started noticing that the hair loss was occurring simply in photos. I was looking at photos and I was like, wait a minute, my hairline looks different, and the volume that I used to have, it's not there. I have very wavy, curly hair, and through the years it's been relaxed. And so when it was relaxed, it allowed for more of a shinier hair, basically, because like a hair strand, when a strand of hair is curly, it doesn't refract light as easier than straight hair. So I was noticing it because I was on a cover of a magazine. I'm like, wait a minute, is that me? And of course they do a lot of touch-ups and so forth in the magazine, but truly I noticed there was hair loss when I was looking at these editorials and magazines that I was in. What will hair restoration do for my career? Wow. That's a very interesting question. I think a lot. A lot of other actors prior to me experienced maybe hair loss, and as a result they may not have gotten the same roles. It's a very interesting industry. We are groomed to be a particular character in a movie, and there are movies where it's period pieces from the 60s, like J. Edgar Hoover and so forth. And if your hairline was such as that may not be for that time period, they would have to employ a team of hair specialists to either put different hair pieces on you and so forth. But if you are able to have your hair in a certain way that works well, it really does help. Every day in that makeup chair, in the hair and makeup chair, instead of it being 3 hours, it could be maybe less time, maybe an hour. And that really does help, because then you can get on set and you can do your performance and move on. I work on set for maybe 15 hours a day. You start in the morning at 6 or 7 a.m., going into the works, going into hair and makeup, going into wardrobe, and then going into your dress rehearsals. And then after rehearsals, you shoot. But if you're able to take off some of that time, that is an amazing thing, because it means you get to rest more at night. It means that you're able to have more time studying your dialogue. It allows more time for your family. What made me want to address my hair loss now in the year of 2023? Wow. Just coming out of all the different things that we have been in a pandemic, I was saying, wow, I was in Miami Beach during the pandemic, and I was swimming in the ocean and looking at the sun and thinking to myself, wow, you know what? I'm noticing in photos now that my hair is getting thinner. Why not have a treatment? Why not do something about it? And I think it's a great choice. How did I hear about advanced hair restoration? Gosh, so it was a series of my agents and managers all coming to me and saying, hey, there's this amazing company called Hair Restoration, Advanced Hair Restoration. And I said to myself, okay, well, let me know about it. So they sent me the link to the company Advanced Hair Restoration, and I looked it over and I saw all these different amazing cases of people that had hair loss prior, and then you look at the after picture and it was just this really great hairline and very thick hair, and I said, wow, this would be great for me. I think this would be something that would really work for me and for my work in the industry. Why did I go ahead and address this hair loss? A lot of reasons. We were just coming out of the pandemic. I had just finished a movie in Malta called Love on the Rock, and I was, looking at photos and seeing that, it might be better if I had my hair a little bit thicker. It will make it work better in different frames, and it also give me a more youthful appearance. So I said to myself, you know what, let me go ahead and suss out how I can do that. In the meantime, my agents and managers reached out to Advanced Hair Restoration, and it seemed amazing because I saw on the website all these great success stories, and I said, well, this may be perfect for me. I think that hair restoration will give longevity to a talent's career, to an actor's and actress's career, because it will continue to allow them to play multiple roles. Usually in film and TV, you're a character that can play anywhere between 20 to, let's say, 45. So that's a range. Like, for example, Michael J. Fox, he played a teenage kid in, I think, Back to the Future, and he was in his 30s and he played high school. So when you're able to have longevity to your career, it's a great thing because you get to learn all the things that you did when you were younger and apply them to other roles. And I love that. I could go anywhere, and why advanced hair restoration? I feel that advanced hair restoration is the perfect place for me because they take into consideration the actual person and they take into consideration the artistry behind it. My father, he was a mortuary scientist and he was known for restorative art and for loved ones that had needed restorative artwork to their hairline and to their eyebrows and to their face, and he restored them using hair follicles and clay and so forth, and that it is truly a wonderful process to do this work. And I feel that looking at the website and looking at their brochure that Advanced Hair Restoration considers their work art, and I love that because I feel that I'm in a place where I will have a better style because of it. Yeah, so how I'm feeling. So the procedure is tomorrow, and I'm a little bit anxious, but also very happy because it's going to be a new, exciting me, and that's really great. It's like a refresh. It's going to be something that will maybe in some way restore my hairline back to the way it was in the 80s and 90s when I had modeled and did different campaigns. So it's going to be very exciting. In some ways, I'm a little bit unaware of what it's going to be like, but I feel like I'm in very good hands and a team of amazing doctors. Oh, okay, sure. As requested. So this is from Max Rax. This is like really old. This is neat. And the hairline is thick, and it's interesting to see that then for that Jolie Danielle salon, and then this fun headshot. So the procedure since this morning until now has been quite good. Often you think in procedures it's going to be very daunting, but thank goodness Dr. Diano and Julia and the team, Fong, True, Kiki, Lisa, Veronica, Jada, and Vinny, has made this journey a little bit easier. The head feels huge, and it's funny because everyone always thinks that your head is what kind of carries your weight, and it should sometimes feel light, but right now it feels really huge and heavy. But I think through time it'll feel lighter. So I feel fine. I feel that the gentle care really helped me through this process, and thank goodness for such a talented team that was able to talk me through, each procedure, moment to moment, what was going on. And, the hours passed by very quickly. and special thanks to the chocolates because that gave me some kind of energy. Because I kind of got like a sugar low because it's a new experience, and so the chocolates help me pep up.
Yeah.
So tomorrow the next step is the head wash, and that's to make sure that everything is clean and nothing is infected. And on the back, I'm going to be using Neosporin and bacitracin ointment topically, so nothing gets infected, which is great. And I have a flow chart of what to do each day, which is really helpful because I don't have to wonder, oh, what do I do on day 1? What do I do on day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? It gives me the entire kind of schedule, which is, how to condition the hair, how to rub, deep massage, scalp shower massage, and the kind of do's and don'ts of what to do just so that the actual procedure works efficiently and that I don't disrupt the follicles that have been placed. I like this because I know now what the outcome will be based on how to treat my scalp for the next 19 days. 2,804 grafts.
Wow, that is a pretty big case. That's awesome.
Special thanks to Bung, True, Kiki, Veronica, Jada, Vinny, Kara, Lisa, and of course the doctor has been so amazing every step of the way. He's been helping me understand the procedure. So and the one thing that they told me, which is very interesting, is don't perspire and don't sweat, which is fine because we're in the middle of the winter and it's cold here in Seattle, and when I travel back to Maryland, it is cold there. So most likely I won't be perspiring or sweating because the perspiration and the oils and whatever happens kind of irritates the actual implants that are placed in there. I am learning so much. I'm trying to gain all the data just so that I can efficiently tell my friends who want to do this procedure and may be a little bit leery, a little bit unsure. I can tell them that do not worry, they will be in good hands. Papillon has been such a great guy to shepherd me through this process, and I'm gonna be leaving very happy. The procedure was done last night, and last night I rested very well, but I rested upright. I didn't actually sleep directly on a pillow. I had one of those pillow rests around my neck that I was given, and so I was sleeping a little bit more up like this, and then I had a book to my side and I was reading, and so periodically I would read and then doze off, read and doze off. So it was fine. It was not a difficult night at all. Pain level was, I want to say, non-existent. It was a little bit of throbbing, but it was more of like a numb throbbing. It was like a nondescript throbbing. It wasn't like a sharp shooting pain. It tickled.
It was bad then.
The overall experience was at first very daunting, but then when I actually did the procedure, it was not anything that I expected. Each step was very well explained, and there was always an idea of when I would be finished with the next step, and there was an idea of, okay, this will be 1 hour more, this will be 2 hours more. It gives the mind a rest to say, okay, I can get through this. So that was very good. And everyone here has been just so wonderful to kind of shepherd you along the process of it being done. Well, this has been such a cool experience to have it from developing it until now and knowing how it all came together. I didn't realize, you know, the process of how easy it would be. I thought it would be much more, you know, time consuming and much more intense, and it was not. So thank you very much.